Hello everybody, this is Luckless Lovelocks bringing you another episode of Techobabylon. Pretty exciting episode last time. We got introduced to Regis and Lau, and we actually encountered the Mindjacker, and he escaped by jumping off a building and jetpacking to some kind of airplane or something like that. That, according to Central, who's kind of the AI that runs the city, didn't actually exist, so she couldn't detect it. We also discovered that Regis's wife was likely murdered, and we were contacted by a shady gentleman who seems to be blackmailing us using the frozen embryos that we created to possibly have children as leverage against us. So we'll see how that pans out. And we ended off the episode with an evacuation situation here. So Central has dispatched us to take care of that. Let's get right into it.
I always make sure this is the car we take out.
They're all the same, Charlie.
No, they're not. This one's mine.
He really likes his car. Let's talk to... What's this guy all about? Cell drone. Even the drones are helping to evacuate commuters from the station. Oh, it must be a train station.
Advertising. It's all the same crap wherever you are.
It looks a lot more impressive if you're wired, though.
I'm not wired.
It looks a lot...
Let's talk to the cell corpsman.
Over here.
I'm Dr. Regis.
Of course,
This is Dr. Lau. We've been assigned as crisis management.
Corpsman Durian, 4th Network.
Has it
Say
gotten any worse?
corpsman, though.
Not yet, but we've
Supposed to
not
be
heard any
corpsman.
word since...
Hey, I'm the only one here who hasn't got wiring in his head. Central hasn't had the decency to update me.
Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Well, it's another one, sir.
Another what?
A, bomber.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean, another one?
This is like the 4th this year I know of. Central's been doing its best to keep public awareness down.
I guess it doesn't want public panic about it.
Or it doesn't want people to think we haven't got it under control. So how do you know about it?
I talk to people? I've got a social life, unlike someone.
Central marked him when he tripped the chroma sensor. Central locked down the train
Chroma
and
sensor.
started an evacuation. It looks like he panicked and holed up in one of them.
Anyone in
Any
danger?
hostages?
Any hostages?
Central's not mentioned any in the case file. That either means there aren't any...
Or it doesn't consider them sufficiently important. Probably wants the transit running again more than it cares about human life.
Sounds like he was surprised. Didn't have time to take any.
He's not thinking in terms of hostages. He was made as a weapon.
Regis?
He's a bio-bomber. The explosives are made of... They are his bones.
Oh,
That's how he
weird.
tripped a DNA sensor. What's your take on it, Dr. Lau?
Honestly, it's looking pretty lousy for him. Doesn't look like he's got any human shields. I doubt an empty transit station was his intended target either.
Very astute.
Charlie, you're not gonna like this. Central's just bumped the priority. It wants the suspect neutralized.
What?
Neutralized. What does that mean? Kill him?
Neutralized is a vague term. I'm gonna try to talk him down.
Regis?
See what we
It
can
sounds
do.
like he's hesitating. I may be able to exploit that, but just in case, get to high ground.
Fine. You probably know what you're doing.
The signal is hope. Don't fire until you hear me say it.
Hope. Got it.
Keep the public away, and run one more check for bystanders in the station. We can't afford casualties if this goes wrong.
Will Central approve of this?
We don't have time to wait and find out. Wish me luck.
Central is all pervasive.
Hello?
Looks like he's handicapped in some way.
Who's there? I just want to talk. I'm unarmed, and I'm opening the doors.
See if we can talk him down.
What do you want, heathen?
Ethan. The sight is distressingly familiar. The brace, the weakened bones. Signs of tampering in a young man that brings back memories long buried. Seems that the best hope would be to leverage that, what you know about him. Try to find some common ground. Just, you're under arrest.
You sound like you're from America. Am I right? Texas, I'd guess.
Yes, you're right.
I thought so. I grew up there myself, near Fort Worth. What part do you hail from?
Houston.
I can remember what it's like out there. It's part of why I came here in the first place. I'm Dr. Regis, by the way. Some folk call me Charlie.
Thomas Beckett.
Like the saint. Nice to meet y'all, Thomas.
Okay, that's a good start.
So, how do you like the city?
It's a wretched den of sin, like Sodom or Gomorrah.
Fair enough.
Well, it's not my favorite, but I wouldn't go that far. I take it you're not here as a tourist.
I'm here to do my duty and strike a blow for the Lord.
Really? We're a long way out from the war here. Whole other continent, in fact.
Oh, so there's a war going on.
Yes, I know. But now I'm surrounded, and I must make use of what I have. The fire within me.
Okay. Scoliosis.
How's the scoliosis?
What?
And the osteoporosis, the rickets, and the diabetes.
How do you...
It's a common side effect of sloppy prenatal genetic engineering.
Oh.
That and having your body lay explosive nitrates in your bones instead of calcium.
Damn.
It's a test of our faith. Only the truly worthy who can...
It
So they're
shows
raised
just
to
how
be
little
this.
the engineers who made you cared about your health. They made you to walk and to carry a bomb in your bones. The fact that you're a living, feeling, thinking human was merely an inconvenience.
Okay, so she's getting set up for a shot.
Regis, I'm in position. Visibility good, 0 crosswind. Standing by.
There have been times when I've lost faith, but I can't let this be one of them.
I could just take him out. But I still think I could talk him down.
I used to work with guys like you, a whole lifetime ago.
The Lord's warriors?
Something like that. Kids who'd been altered, weaponized youth. You've grown up with so many health problems. Groomed since birth for a noble sacrifice.
I feel like he's a
This-
humanist.
Does this seem like the glorious role you were promised?
I'm gonna try to
It's
talk
my
him out of
duty
it.
to God, to sacrifice myself.
In an empty transit station? Thanks to a piece of bad luck?
This wasn't where I was supposed to go. But even the original target, it doesn't seem to fit with God's plan. But if I agreed to go with you, I'd have failed in my duty. I'd just be a prisoner in a strange land.
For the Lord hears the needy and does not despise his own people who are prisoners. Psalm 69, verse 33.
You're right.
Touche.
Wherever I am, I'm always in the Lord's sight.
There are more ways to do his work than destruction. We can help you find it. We can probably even fix your bones.
All right. I shall not resist.
Yes!
Thomas, you've made a wise choice. More importantly, you've made it for yourself.
I feel like Regis is like a no-nonsense cop, but ultimately he's a humanist.
Corpsman,
So
the suspect has surrendered.
he'll do whatever
Take him into custody.
it will
Carefully.
take to save
Yes,
lives.
Regis, that was amazing! Central's going to be pissed, though. That was a huge risk.
Screw Central. Come on, we've got work to do.
Yeah,
The Corpsman can handle it here.
anytime we
Yeah,
can
with
stick
a
it to
little help
Central,
from
I'm
the
down
bomb
with it.
squad.
Cool. Fission. Elysium Tower, Penthouse Suite, T minus 17 hours. Okay, so we're 17 hours away from the explosion.
So, Vanderwall finally agreed to cooperate?
Yep, said he could give us a head start on the minejacker.
We'd better not keep the man waiting then.
Okay, what do we have around here? Dock. Dock in the wall where the autonomous vacuum cleaner, okay, that's what it is, gets its power and offloads its waste. There's a notice above it. The management thanks you for allowing the sanitation machinery and staff to continue their work by not obstructing the docks. These stations are for the use of custodial equipment only. Nice
I don't get
modern
the appeal
art.
of this Cubist stuff.
Looks more like abstract impressionism to me. A classic piece by Chandler, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, that's a lot less impressive when you can call up a search inside your head.
Is that much different from thinking, though? It's a good question. What's she doing? Check it out, the dock. The view. Right. This part of town, even the buildings look lazy and decadent.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
See what she has to say about the transit station situation.
How are you holding up?
I'm okay. A little hungry.
I meant about what happened at the station.
I think you did the hard work on that one. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Give me an update on the mind-jacking case.
Labs come back with the report on the body at Animus.
We can definitely link that one to our investigation.
Same MO. Victim was wired, brain burnt, but not consistent with a straightforward murder. More like a rapid, intrusive, and destructive brain scan.
So we're still going with memory theft rather than elaborate assassinations.
Exactly. No conclusive patterns on targets, I'm afraid. Vanderwall said he would give us a lead on the next victim, though.
So much for him retiring from organized crime.
Weird though, like why would he target that HR guy?
That bomber. He was American, wasn't he?
He certainly had the accent. Sounded Texan.
Did you know him?
Dr. Lau. Texas is an enormous place. I do not happen to know every single other person who lived there. And besides, I left well before he would have been born.
Do you ever regret doing that?
Not for a second. Especially after seeing how it's gotten now.
I wonder how Texas has changed in this future.
There's more to what was between you and that kid, wasn't there? Like you said, you never met him before, but it seemed personal to you.
You're very perceptive, Dr. Lau. It's useful for an investigator.
You want me to stop asking?
There's a reason that kids like him, and hundreds others, exist. It's not because the seditionists thought that weaponizing the human body was the biggest innovation since air power, but the engineers that got to make these kids, for whatever reason, didn't say no.
Regis,
You could say I knew him too well, inside and out. That is what bothers me.
Oh, I wonder if he had a part in doing some of that work. Maybe that's why he became a cop.
Any luck with the Mindjacker's airship?
Still nothing. Like I said, it just vanished.
And Central still claims there wasn't anything there at all.
But we saw it, Regis.
Exactly. Something's not right.
I think there's been some kind of infiltration into Central.
I wonder if Central's hiding something.
Why do you hate Central, Charlie?
What? I don't hate Central.
You're always arguing with it. I've seen you sabotage more cameras than anyone. It does so much for Newton. The city runs like a well-oiled machine.
Maybe, but I think it's working in inappropriate areas.
What would count as inappropriate for a city coordinator?
Like this. Fundamentally, policing is a human matter. Machines and synthetics don't commit crimes. I don't expect them to be able to understand how perpetrators think and act.
So, you're old-fashioned. You'd rather not talk about it. Maybe later?
Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
Okay, let's continue on.
Vanderwall, you there? You sure he's in?
He told us to meet him here. Central hasn't logged any departures from this floor since this morning, either.
Look at that, there's like 2 cameras. 3 cameras. Unless those are smoke detectors.
Hey, open up. It's Regis. Nope, that's not going to work.
Panoramic fisheye camera probably there so that the Vanderwalls can decide whether or not they want to let someone in. Access pad for the door. If you're not the owner, then this is where you let them know you've arrived. Right. Well, the door has an expensive hardwood appearance. You've no doubt that a man as paranoid as Gil Vanderwall has spared no cost to ensure that it's at least bomb-proof. What do I have here? I've got my jolt gun and my traveler. Try this again.
We haven't got time for this, Gil.
I don't think he's answering.
Maybe I can jolt it. Hell,
Whoa,
error.
check out Regis taking the Elliot Ness approach.
We don't have time to hang around outside. I'm just being expedient, as Central puts it.
Whatever. Vanderwall's not going to be happy about you busting his door.
Oh well. Whoa.
Gil, you in here? Oh, excuse us, miss. I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We're cell agents. Miss, are you all right?
What?
Regis, this is a synth. The look on your face is priceless. It's a very expensive one, but it's still a synth. And apparently out of charge.
Something else about it bothers me more.
I know. I sure hope that isn't blood.
Yeah, I see red on her.
That's a very expensive synth they've got for a house girl.
Jealous?
She's not my type. What do you think they use her for?
They may be married, but I wouldn't put it past them using her for other things than cleaning.
Oh, Regis.
There's a product marker on its back. S&S Synthetics.
They're not showing up on a net search. Maybe Vanderwall has more info on his terminal?
Good idea. We can see if we can get their help in extracting more from this machine.
See? I'm not just a pretty face.
Hello?
I think I know what's wrong with it.
We've got a terminal here, drink machine, art. Another example of questionable art hangs from the ceiling. Refrigerator. Food machine. Wine
It'll
rack.
take a long time to get through all of that.
Let's go to the terminal, see what we could find out. User Sneedier Boki. Password. Got a biometric scanner. Maybe we can try the hint. Our special place. Bedroom? Incorrect. Okay, well, what would be their special place? User biometrics not recognized. Nothing randomly does not look to aid your investigation. I can agree with that. Drinks machine.
Howdy, partner. What can I get y'all?
Usual. Okay. What's happened here?
There's been a bit of an incident. You don't happen to have seen what went on.
Hey, mister. I don't just go blabbing my customers' secrets like that.
He's bluffing. He never saw anything. You're just bitter you never left that wall.
Hey, it's a fine job I have here. I ain't seen nothing since Mr. Vanderwall got his wine out of the rack this evening.
Vodka. On the rocks. Twist of lime.
Regis?
Fine. Make it 2. What do you do here, then?
Why, I'm the bartender. I fix
Obviously.
up drinks for the fine folk who live here.
Anything else?
Anything else? Heck, drinks is a whole lot of stuff to know. Why, I'm the foremost expert on fine drinking in these here parts.
So, if anyone wanted to know what to put into a drink...
They'd come to me, sure as shooting.
Okay,
I'll
so
speak to you later.
I'll keep
something
your
about
tab open.
wine. So we went to get wine.
They've got
Is there
a
anything in here?
refined taste in wines, I imagine.
Actually, no. They're all either a couple of years old or fabricated.
Weird. Maybe they're doing something to the wine.
Like what?
Well, say they were also adding amphetamines to it, for example. If they accidentally ruined it, it'd be better if it was a cheaper wine.
It's a weird conclusion to come to. So there's stairs here. Let's take a look at the refrigerator.
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell locks a refrigerator?
Maybe they've got really expensive tastes.
It's
Although,
odd.
they've got the food machine as well. Perhaps they've got something else in there.
Combination lock. You shoot it open?
That's not going to get it open.
Okay, let's try this food machine.
Hi, I'm Chefy.
Oh,
What
God.
can I get for you?
Oh, God. Not Chefy. I don't want to know what you are.
What's on the menu?
If you're feeling peckish, I could whip up some quail's eggs and white wine sauce. Or how about some nice tarte à l'orange?
Sounds better than what mine can do.
Or if you want some of Mr. Gill's favorite, I can always make toaster pastry.
Of course. Can you make...
grits?
Don't you want a road engineer for that?
Grits is kind of like porridge. You have it with gravy.
Ugh, that sounds even worse.
I won't make any for you then.
How much did you set the Vanderwalls back then?
I'm only 410,000 Kwanzaa from all good retailers.
Kwanzaa.
That's more than I make in a year.
These people can apparently afford the finer things. Never mind.
Bye!
Okay, how could I get that lock open? Maybe I'll find something out upstairs.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
man.
What the hell happened in here? Did someone get to Vanderwall before he could talk?
Maybe it's a domestic gone bad?
Blackmiller said nothing about this, possibly didn't even expect this themselves. Still, you need to find what they demanded before the whole apartment is picked apart by forensic drones.
We should check around first.
What?
We need to get a look at it ourselves before the crime scene people wreck it.
Good idea.
Really?
Well, yes.
I need
Who
to
are
find
you,
what I'm
and
looking
what
for.
have you done with Charlie Regis?
What do you mean?
You're unusually cavalier today. You got something on your mind? I mean, I know you don't usually care what Central thinks about regulations, but...
We've just found the scene of at least 2 murders. Central's gonna be tied up with the bomber. It'll take hours for anyone else from Cell to be sent out. And damn regulations, these men deserve a resolution.
Wow, I've never seen you get so impassioned. Those old world values of yours are useful sometimes after all.
Yeah, that's it. I just thought it was sufficiently in character of you. Okay. What do we have here? Got a control pad. Photo. Old-fashioned chemical photograph in a silver portrait sits by the bed. Let's take a look. Picked it up. Photograph of 2 men, a younger Giel, Dacare van der Waal, by an urban river. In the background, the Eiffel Tower is dwarfed by looming glass skyscrapers. Must be Paris then? Back of the photograph was noted written by hand. The wedding, August 2071. Okay. Maybe that's the password. Paris? Standing out from the Festival of Gore is a human hand. It appears to be fairly intact. Oh. Biometric scanner. Oh. Yikes.
It's like they had an industrial accident.
In the bedroom?
I think I'm carrying as much of Vanderwall around as I want to.
Agreed.
I think I'm carrying... I have no idea who that's supposed to be.
Shall I trance it for you?
There's no such thing as comfortable ignorance anymore, is there?
Huh? You old people are weird.
Okay, let's take a look at the body.
There's something at the bottom of the pool. A pistol?
Our murder weapon?
One of them, maybe. It's too deep to reach.
Not without severely contaminating the crime scene anyway.
I can just about make out a pistol at the bottom through the mess.
Okay.
Careful how you get it out, though. You're the one who's always lecturing me about contaminating crime scenes with DNA, after all.
What do we have? Usually sits in the corner of the room. You wonder what kind of man needs to have a pool quite so readily available at all times. I wouldn't mind one. Something I can reach in there with. Coat hanger. Maybe that'll do it. A couple of tugs, the hanger comes loose. Let's see if we can use that.
I think that I'd lose anything that goes in there, like that pistol.
Okay. More body parts.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
See what she has to say.
Any idea what's wrong with the maid?
I couldn't even get a return signal out of it. My guess would be that it's run out of power.
Any way we can fix that?
It's supposed to charge itself, but apparently it hasn't managed to do that.
How? We can't haul that thing to a socket.
We'll have to charge the power cell itself. In a platform like that, the cell's usually in the upper torso, about where
Okay.
the heart would be.
You reckon that'd be easier to charge?
It's only about as big as your fist. Just have to get it out of her.
What do you make of the pistol in the pool?
Could be linked to the case. Perhaps a murder weapon? Going to wait for forensics to recover it?
Might be better to get it ourselves. It could be useful.
Well, I'm not going fishing around in there for it. You may be my boss, but there are limits.
Why do you think someone would lock their refrigerator?
Same reason you'd lock anything else. Something valuable inside it?
But what?
Some people keep wetware at low temperatures to stop GGs.
And GGs are...
Oh, gray goo. Catastrophic exponential reproduction. Under certain conditions, the fabricators and the wetware make more of themselves.
And low temperatures prevent that.
Not really, but higher temperatures definitely accelerate the growth. People like to think they're in control, though.
Okay.
What do you think of the apartment?
Expensive and tasteless. I'm not keen on the decor either.
You mean the blood splatter?
No, the actual decor. I tranced an interview. Said his husband decorated it all. Apparently, this is just their city place. They've got a much larger house out in the savannah.
So he let Dakari run riot with the design here.
Apparently. He should have stuck to swimming.
We've got Savannah as well as a place. Possible password.
Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
Okay, so how...
I can
Look at the
just
body
about
again.
make out a pistol.
Careful how you get it out. You're the one who's always...
Okay.
This is Dakari Vanderwall, Gil's husband. I can see
Oh.
4 gunshot wounds in his chest. It was either these or he drowned, but that's kind of academic at this stage.
Okay. Take a look at the control panel, see if there's anything else. Are you following me? Oh, hello.
See anything interesting?
There's an empty gun rack in here. Ammunition, maintenance tools, cleaning spray, but no gun.
In their closet?
Maybe it's their outdoor gear. There's fishing equipment in here as well.
Are you taking stuff again?
It might be useful. Call it a hunch.
Time to go fishing, guys. Maybe I combine this with that.
Now it's got one enormous hook.
Okay. Oh my god. It's happening.
Nothing biting?
The hook sinks, but I can't catch that pistol at the bottom.
Hand? Okay, I clearly need something else. Perhaps some additional body parts. I'm gonna go back down. I've got a few things I can try out. So, I can try that robot maid. See if we can charge her.
Hello?
I think I know what's wrong with...
How do we charge her? Well, let's do this then. Use the hand for the scanner.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Damn it. Let's try Paris. Yes! Confirmed, okay. So. Oh. What? Okay, so what? How do I use this? I'm confused. Traveler?
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Oh, here we go. Oh no, that's the trial. Okay. Use the traveler on it? Oh, that just opens it up. I don't understand. Looks like there's a charger here. I just want to get...
Do you think I can recharge the synth with my stunner?
Afraid not. There's a layer of fake skin in the way. Depending on where you did it, you'd probably just burn out the more delicate systems.
Okay, use this on her?
What do you make of this?
Charlie, she's not going to answer you. Not when she's out of charge like that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Sure.
Okay, how do we get the battery out?
Hey, Max.
What's up?
The body is Dakari Vanderwall?
That's right. Big fat Vanderwell's husband. Apparently shot several times and landed face down in the water. Ironic. He used to be an Olympic swimmer. Lived and died in the water.
You'd heard of him.
I
Pretty
used to follow
heartless.
his career when I was in the 100-meter freestyle team at Grove Academy.
Oh, so she was a swimmer
Is it
too?
Grove an all-boys school?
It is. And at the time, I fit right in.
Wait, you used to be male?
Surprised?
Well,
Oh.
I wouldn't have guessed.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Interesting.
Whoever did your changeover must have been one hell of a engineer. What was it? Baseline resequence with a pseudoviral vector?
The field's come a long way since you were in med school, Regis. Took a few other procedures as well. Newton's the best place in the world for that kind of work, though.
Can't argue with the results, though.
You frequently do, almost every day.
You know what I mean.
I'm curious about this. Let's hear more.
You've never mentioned the sex change before.
Well, it's never come up. You're not much for small talk. I understand how personal that garden is to you. And I appreciate how difficult it probably was to open up about it.
So you thought you'd reciprocate with something in your own past?
Pretty much, yeah.
Thanks, Max.
Is that how it works?
Any
How do
idea
we get
what's
in
wrong
there?
with the maid?
I couldn't even get it. My guess would be that it's
Any way we can fix that?
it's supposed to charge itself, but
How? We can't haul that.
we'll have to charge in a platform like that. The cell's usually in the upper torso, about where
You reckon that'd be easier?
it's only about as big as your fist.
Keep at it, Max.
Can do.
Okay, well... Something catatonic.
Hello?
I think I.
Yeah, I know what's wrong with it too. How do I get that out? Maybe I can get some more... Oh, God.
Can you make...
Can you make Yang Chun Mian?
Nijiron Funma?
Shiwan. Ni yu mei yu mei
Oh.
bai ping keoya?
You may you.
Okay, I'm sold.
Never mind.
Bye.
Hey, this one makes its plates out of porcelain.
And in a place
Damn.
like this, I'll bet it doesn't even have protein mash on its menu.
I have any useful components you can remove.
They've got a refi-
Actually, they're all I...
Weird.
Like what?
Well, say they were also, if they accidentally.
It'd take a long...
I'm serving drinks, sitting in a nest of wine bottles. Lots of things I can do, but I can't seem to do any of them. It's just like I can use it here. Territorial drone patrols the hallways, executing its adaptive planning software to track down dirt.
Nah, my apartment building's already got one.
You can use a piece of this, maybe?
You've never struck me as much of an art lover.
I'm not so keen on this kind of thing. The mag coil keeping it floating, however.
Okay.
An
Magnetic
adjustable
base.
magnetic coil, previously used to keep a piece of art floating in the air. There, a magnet at the end of a fishing line.
For catching submarines?
Okay. That should get the gun. And do something with this
What do you
dock,
make of
maybe?
this, Max?
My parents' old bot used to spend much more time in the charger than doing its job. I kept telling them to get a new one, but they never like to spend until they have to.
Okay. Let's get that gun. so weird.
Got it.
The murder weapon?
One of them, anyway. Why is it in the jacuzzi, though?
What we really need is a witness.
Yeah, we need that maid.
Vanderwall's antique semi-automatic pistol. Probably not listed on the city's firearms register.
Okay, am I missing anything else in here?
See anything interesting?
There's an empty gun rack in here. Ammunition.
Okay, so we already got that covered. Body parts. Only body parts, guys. I think that's everything in here. When pixel hunting.
Hey, what do you make of that?
Not when she's out of charge.
Yeah,
Sure.
She'd be a witness,
that's
but
not going to get...
I don't understand how I'm supposed to get her working. Traveler, maybe? Dude, Central
This is
can help?
Regis. Come in, Central.
Central standing by.
What do we know about Gil Vanderwall?
Born in Pretoria in the Federation of Southern African State. Married to Dakari Vanderwall, former Olympic athlete.
How long's he been in Newton?
Immigration, March 2068. Awarded residence due to outstanding personal contributions to art and culture.
Despite his shady
You
history?
do.
No accusations have been made of connections to organized crime. Attempts at prosecution within the FSAS have all proven unsuccessful, as his social activity index has remained above 50. No further investigation has been taken by Cell.
Station.
Central. About what happened at the station.
Post hoc review is currently underway. Debriefing will take place following your return to Cell.
Let's leave it at that for now, then.
What's the connection?
What do we know about Vanderwall's connection to the Mindjacker?
Subject, Gil Vanderwall. Before immigration from the Southern African Federation, Vanderwall was known to possess a number of links to organized crime.
And yet we still let him into the country.
He possessed a reputation as a fixer, arranging specialized talent for criminal organizations.
And for hacking the human brain, you need some pretty niche talent and hardware. The kind of people that Vanderwall would have had connections to in his history.
He had been placed on Cell's watch list, but then he made a most surprising move.
He came to us. Doesn't that pretty much confirm his involvement?
It merely confirms his awareness, not necessarily his complicity.
Case update to report.
Hey, I thought we weren't telling Central yet.
Subject and spouse found dead in apartment. Request that you hold off on crime scene team until we complete a preliminary.
Unable to comply. Specialists are being
Oops.
allocated and dispatched.
Oh, come on. This is our case.
Please return to Cell when expedient.
Listen, you heartless pile of circuits. Not until we've had a look around.
I did not mean to do
Regis
that.
out.
Oops. Oh man, okay. How can I get this?
Hey, what?
Not when.
Yeah.
How can I... The paper stone. Back to this terminal. I'm working.
It's definitely his.
Howdy, partner.
There's been a bit of an. You don't happen to have seen one.
Hey, mister. I don't just go
He's bluffing. You're just bitter. You know.
Hey, I ain't seen...
I'll speak to you.
I'll keep your...
Huh, okay. I must be missing something. What am I missing, guys?
That'd be one hell of a negligent.
What am I missing?
That's not going to get. Is this refrigerator? Who that?
Maybe they've. Although.
Combination lock. Is there something on the photo that would give me a hint on... combination? Maybe this? August 2071?
That's not going to get. I don't think they're compatible. I can't figure that. Hey, what do you...
Charlie, she's not going to answer you.
Lau
Not when
must
she's
think
out of
we're
charge like that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Gotta be maybe something with a food machine.
Hey, this one makes its plate.
And in a.
Cabinet. Oh, okay. Gotta be something here that we can use. Let's practice running to the food machine. The cabinet contains a set of knives and a tube of cooking gel. Knife and cooking gel. Okay, can we get in there?
What are you up to?
Just doing some surgery.
Okay, there we go. Then let's charge our cell. Either here or we have to go outside to do it.
It doesn't take this.
Let's try charging it out here. Now we can talk to the maid. Excellent, we did it!
CI wetware systems
Beginning reboot. Beginning recovery from
critical failure.
basic input-output executing.
MBR unified bootloader executing kernel.
Kernel executing
SBININIT. Calibrating
CI state
with USD.
Oh, that is better.
She has like a
Bonjour,
French accent.
Hello.
Bad French accent.
Who are you?
Je m'appelle Chantal. I am Monsieur Gale et Monsieur Dacqueray's maid.
You're a synthetic maid?
Pardon, mademoiselle? I do not understand.
A synth.
Excusez-moi, what is a synth?
It certainly stays in character.
I help the masters with their household things.
And where were you made?
Such a bad accent.
Mademoiselle, I was born in France.
Yeah, because all French people I know run on graphene power cells.
What can you tell me about the Vanderwalls?
They are the best employers a young French girl could hope to have.
Are they really?
Quite so, monsieur. So loving. And with such exquisite taste.
Wow, they must have got this one customized for sycophancy.
Do you know anyone who might want to hurt them?
Oh no, monsieur. They are beloved by all.
What the hell happened upstairs?
How do you mean, monsieur?
The room's recent redecoration.
Redecoration.
Shades of Geel everywhere.
And the body of Dakari Vanderwall, shot to pieces in the tub. Any opinions on this?
Oh, monsieur, I cannot discuss this. I have been told, most strictly, not to discuss what goes on upstairs.
Even if it includes the double homicide of your owner?
I have my orders. What would Monsieur Gale think if I went against him?
Well, he's
Probably
dead.
not a great deal anymore.
She doesn't quite seem to get what's happened.
Might not have been written with a comprehension of abstracts like death.
2 men have been killed upstairs. There's blood and human remains all over the room, and all over you. If you weren't directly involved, then you're at least a material witness.
I am sorry, monsieur. I cannot
I
say
don't
what
think
happens
she's
upstairs.
quite getting it.
Monsieur Gale, he values his privacy greatly.
How about we take you down to cell and manually pull your memory apart?
Regis, it's a synth. Threatening it won't help.
Okay, let's just see if she'll cooperate. by telling us what she
What can you
remembers.
remember before you ran out of power?
Monsieur, I remember many things. My memory is holographic. But I have Monsieur Guerre's confidence to consider.
Even if Cell requires it?
I cannot simply discuss what happens around here without his permission.
He certainly paid for loyalty.
What do you do around here?
I do the cleaning, the cooking, and the shopping.
And that's it?
Monsieur, it would not be proper for me to say.
So you are a sex bot.
Mon Dieu, how dare you infer such a thing?
Have you had your safety protocols removed?
Monsieur?
Would you be able to do anything Mr. Vanderwald told you?
Anything?
Anything.
Monsieur, you should not ask such questions.
It's
I
pretty
am just
rude.
the maid.
Maybe we can get more sense out of it if we knew who made it. Where did you come from?
Lyons, monsieur.
No, where did you really come from? As in, who put you together?
Monsieur, I do not know what you're trying to imply.
Super user platform driver detail int 10216A actual update source.
Search S&S.
Oh, that'll do it.
City of Newton.
The name's not appearing on the registration list. Maybe Vanderwall has the contact data?
If they can give us an easier way than cracking its skull open. Why the hell did they get a synth like this?
Surely you realize, monsieur. All the best maids in the world, they are French.
They got
the best
married in
lovers,
Paris
I
too.
hear.
What are you implying, mademoiselle?
I never had Gil down as quite such a francophile.
I am also very discreet, monsieur.
Yes,
when
I can
you
see
care for
that.
someone's home, there are a lot of things that you hear.
Or do.
Mademoiselle, such slander. And even if true, I would not say. I have Monsieur Guerre's confidence to think of.
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
My pleasure to evapt, monsieur.
Well, she wasn't really helpful at all. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up this episode for now. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe on youtube.com/Andrew Erdeg. That's ERDEG. You can follow me on Twitter at Andrew Erdeg, where you can find out when I post new videos or when I stream live on twitch.tv/LucklessLovelocks. This is Luckless Lovelocks, signing out for now.